What's up, guys? LuckDF back with another video. Now today I'm going to be DMing 100 2K YouTubers and I'm going to ask them, how can we make 2K22 the best 2K possible? How can this be the best 2K of all time? I've never done a video like this, so if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. We're so close to 400K. Turn my post notifications so you guys don't miss a streamer upload. Also, before we get into this video, pause the video, go in the comment section and tell me what you think would make for the best 2K. Like, what things do you guys want to see kept in 2K? What do you want to see added? Drop a comment. The best comment is going to be pinned to the top of the comment section. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see in 2K22. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter if you guys aren't already following me at YT_solo, because I'm going to start doing my NBA 2K22 giveaways soon. We are now finally less than a month away from NBA 2K22, so probably once some news starts dropping, like about gameplay and stuff, and the hype starts building up, I'll drop some giveaways. But anyways, let's hop into the DM, starting off with the first person, who's going to be Joe Knows. Now, if I could pick one person from the 2K community to be on the actual 2K dev team, it might be Joe. You know, he makes a bunch of different builds all year. He probably makes over 100 builds, like 100 different build videos, and he really knows the ins and outs of like the whole My Player Builder. So I DM'd him and I asked him, how can 2K22 be the best 2K of all time? And he said that's a loaded question. Obviously, you could probably write me a whole essay on how to make it the best 2K of all time, but he said mainly the gameplay and builder need to complement each other and allow build diversity so park isn't repetitive. Now, I agree with him on this because in 2K21 current gen, all you saw was play shots, paint beasts, and a perimeter lockdown if you're playing threes. But for guards, it was just all play shots. That got repetitive. Something that I like about 2K20 is even in the last month of the year, I was making new builds, and it made that game fun. So I agree with Joe on this. 2K22 needs to have a bunch of diverse builds, and they need to test the My Player Builder. Get people in there, YouTubers, whoever, and test the My Player Builder out before you drop the game. Next up, I DM'd Cole the Man a similar question, and Cole said 2K16 dribbling / movement system and reward good defense. So a problem that we've seen a lot in past 2Ks is defense. You know, we see these post scorers coming out here and you can just jump right in their face and say they post hook or whatever. I've literally seen like 100% smothered just go straight in the basket. Even on games like 2K21 next gen where the shooting's kind of OP, or 2K19 where the shooting was OP, defense was almost irrelevant. And so Cole also wants to see the 2K16 dribbling / movement. I don't think they're ever going to go back to a 2K like 2K16 where it was just so arcadey, but I get what he means. Like, he wants to see some fire, like fast dribbling. I agree with him on that, but I don't think they're going to go back to how it was in 2K16. Next up, I asked PowerDF a similar question. He linked me to his tweet where he said things that he wants to see in 2K22. Real quick, I'm gonna just read through them. He said, number one, new rep rewards, rep leaderboards like they had in 2K16, cross-platform 24/7 stage and separate high rollers, VIP for away spot only, new events not based on my points, and a rep system where winning matters and not your build or play style. So I want to talk about the rep leaderboards. Now, I uploaded a full video talking about what I want to see in 2K22, and one of the things that I said I want to see is rep leaderboards like they had back in the old 2Ks. It would literally tell you your rank and it would tell you what place you were in the rep race. I feel like this is one of those things that gives people an incentive to play, because maybe it's more of a casual player and they don't want to grind all the way to legend, but say you see someone that's in 12,000th place and they want to push for the top 10,000 rep or something like that. That's just like a little cool aspect. You know, you just pull up the menu and you can see what place you're in. Also, cross platform, I think that's something that 2K definitely needs to push for harder, because we see a lot of other games with cross platform and it's working out really well. 24/7 stage, we definitely need to see that. I don't know why they took that out of 2K21 next gen. Obviously, we want to see new events where it's not only depending on my points. Next up, I DM'd Nadex and asked him pretty much a similar question. What can 2K do to make this game perfect? Nade's response was, if I was making a game, I would have a stage and high rollers that keeps the game alive, a rec center where you can walk in and play with anyone, and a park system similar to 15 and 17. Once again, I agree. We need 24/7 stage. If you guys don't know what high rollers is, basically high rollers is stage, but the VC prices are crazy. So you could see courts with 25K VC, you know, 10K, whatever, way higher VC prices where the stakes are way higher. This makes for good content, good streams. It's fun. You could play for a lot more VC. Obviously, the newer players, the more casual people aren't going to want to like go in there. You're probably just going to lose your VC. But for the competitive players, this is just a W idea that should be in the game. Maybe just add it as an event we get like once a month, something like that. I think would be smart to do. Also, the rec center, I think it was in 2K19 they changed it to where you just walked up to the door and got put in with random teammates. But back in the day, you could actually walk into the rec center. I'll put a clip on the screen. You could walk around, pick who you wanted to play with. You could wear mascots in there, and it just added a fun aspect to the game. And I feel like they're not going to go back to this because for the casual players, rec with matchmaking is just easy for people to find teammates. You know, if you don't have anyone to play with, you could just walk up to the door, get a team and play. I kind of feel like they're not going to go back to how it was back in the day. Next up, I DM'd Oxide, and Oxide says, I think it just comes down to keeping people's attention and gameplay. Go back to having creators test the game and giving feedback pre-launch, as well as maybe new rep rewards and such released as the year goes on. And then I thumbs up his comment, and he said, motherfucker, I'm not done yet, and make solo DFs my player the cover athlete. That last part's a W, you know what I'm saying? Like, his response was kind of similar to some other people's, nothing crazy. You know, I agree with it, but nothing crazy. That last part, though, like, put him over the top. Oxide probably has the best response yet. But I agree. Something huge is that we need to have creators go in and test the game before you drop it. It's really not that hard. You know, you could have them sign an NDA or whatever that's called, where they can't talk about the game. That's simple. Like, they're going to get in legal trouble if they talk about the game. So they come in, test the My Player Builder, test the dribbling, test everything out. It just seems simple. Like, just get like 5-10 creators out there, test the game. That seems like something easy to do. And you thought we were done with Oxide. Nah, I asked him, do you have any words for Mike Wang? And he said, before the launch of every 2K, take Kareem and do a sky hook from the free throw line. If that goes in, scrap the entire game and start over. I think basically what he's trying to say is if post scores are OP and people are making, you know, Kareem sky hooks or whatever you want to call it from the free throw line, just scrap the game. Like, I don't know how many 2Ks we need to drop where post scores are just ridiculous and just toxic, but I feel like post scores definitely need to be nerfed, especially 2K22. I don't want to see post scores out here just going crazy, hitting like 100% smothered and stuff like that. Now, continuing to talk about post scores, I DM'd Enzo and asked him a similar question, and he wrote a few sentences here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, before I show you guys his DM, when I first started reading it, I thought he was trolling. Like, I still don't know if he's trolling or not, but the first half of his response just seems like he's trolling. I don't know why, maybe it's just me, but he said, I really want the lob system back in 22 for rep. So this is a controversial one. I don't know how I feel about that, but he then went on to say teammate grade isn't a skill gap at all. This is the craziest part here. He said, I might be crazy with this one, but I do want post scores to be crazily OP for content purposes. Enzo, my guy, listen to me. I don't know if you're gonna watch this video, but what do you mean? What do you mean crazily OP for content purposes? Like, what, you want to see me like take my fucking controller and just throw it out the window? Because like, I will do that if the post scores are OP again. Please, if anyone from 2K is watching this video, do not listen to Enzo. We do not need crazily OP post scores. That is bad, very bad. I don't know why Enzo is recommending this. And then the last part seems pretty smart. He said, I think what would be cool if when we play an event, the boat takes us to another island or something. He said, I want different builds, involve, I don't know what he means by that, but he said, I don't like having people with the same builds, so that makes sense. Nah, but I saw a leak on Twitter, and if I find it, I'll throw it up on the screen, where someone said, because you guys know how there's a cruise ship on 2K22 current gen that was already leaked or whatever, 2K already said there's gonna be a cruise ship. So someone said that whenever there's events that are coming out, the cruise ship is gonna go towards land, and we're gonna see that event on the land. And say like the event's a week away, it's gonna slowly get closer to land. On the day of the event, the cruise ship is gonna dock on the land, and we're gonna be able to get off the boat and play the event, which seems like a very good idea, but honestly, it seems like too much for 2K. Like, I just feel like that's not gonna happen. Like, that would be something that I would be so impressed if they did that, but I don't see that happening. I don't know where that leak came from, but that would be such a W. Another thing I want to add in is, I remember, I don't have the tweet up, but I remember when he said that whole idea on Twitter, he then responded with like, yo, what should I get for dinner? Which was like what? Like, I kind of believed it at first, but then he just said like, guys, what should I get for dinner? Like, what? I don't know. That just like kind of threw his credibility out the window. Like, I don't know if I should believe him or not. Next up, I had to hit up Ronnie 2K's son, aka Neon. A lot of you guys probably know him. I asked him a similar question. He said, hey babe, Neon, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Bring back Sunset, Rivet, and Old Town. New rep rewards, more builds, and make the game cross-platform. So I agree with a lot of the things he said. I don't know about bringing back the old affiliations. I don't think we need to do that. I feel like people overrate affiliations. You guys can let me know in the comment section below, but I feel like people overrate affiliations. Like, yeah, it's cool, but like, it's not gonna make or break a game. Honestly, the things that matter the most, I feel like, are builds, gameplay, events, dribbling, stuff like that. Affiliations is just kind of an add-on, and honestly, I feel like people are just kind of nostalgic with affiliations. Like, it's nothing crazy. Trust me, I mean, we experienced that with Next Gen. Like, Next Gen had affiliations, we even had mayors and stuff like that. It's nothing crazy. Now, speaking of mayors, I DM'd Grinding a similar question, and this dude went all out. Like, he wrote me like a 5-page essay. So, shout out to Grinding. I don't know if he's watching this video, but shout out to him. He wrote a full essay, so I don't even know how to put this in the video. So park and neighborhood need to be separate. He's tired of going through a whole shopping center just to hoop. It should be like 17, where when you load into the park, all there is to do is play park. I agree with this. I said in my video that was kind of like NBA 2K22 The Last Chance with all my ideas in it, that I'm not trying to play GTA with this whole city thing where you can run around. There's so many buildings, there's like a bunch of people to talk to, bunch of like little shops to go. Like, no, we are just trying to hop on the court and play. This makes it, when you add this whole aspect, first off, I don't want to run around and just like, that takes up too much time. I'm just trying to play. But when you add this has people going everywhere, and it makes it so that there's not people actually playing 2K, and you'll just be standing on the court with nobody to verse because you got little Timmy over here just running around the city because he's fucking confused and lost and just overwhelmed. So yeah, honestly, I agree with Grinding. Make it kind of like 17, maybe not as small as 17, because you guys know there was just straight up, you know, just courts. Maybe have it a little bigger than that, maybe like 20 and 19, but I agree. Grinding also wants new creative rep rewards, which I'm not going to talk about a lot because I feel like a lot of people obviously want new creative rep rewards. Grinding then went on a full rant about dribbling. He said, for fuck's sake, dribbling. How is that the games that are 4 to 5 years older have better dribbling systems than the games coming out in 2021? That's true. I feel like 2K is trying to be too realistic with the dribbling, when in reality, video games are supposed to be arcade-like. They're supposed to be fun, unrealistic. I say that 2K needs to make the dribbling faster, add more moves. I swear, bro, 2K21 Next Gen, all there was the little Curry slide. There was just one little hop back move, but there was literally just like 3 moves you could do, and the dribbling was mad stiff. It was bad. It was bad. Like, make dribbling faster. Grinding also went on another rant about a skill gap, which is true. We need a skill gap. I feel like 2K's trying to make it too easy for beginners, which I see a lot of games doing. Fortnite especially. You see Fortnite adding all these new things that make it easier for like beginners to do good or whatever. You have bot lobby, stuff like that. A lot of games nowadays are trying to cater to beginners, when I feel like we need a skill gap. Skill gaps are what make games fun. You know what I'm saying? You got to get on, improve, get better, get more competitive. That's what makes games fun. Not when little Timmy over here can just shoot up a 3 in my face and it just goes in for no reason. You know what I'm saying? That's not fun. And then Grinding's 5th point, he said, finally, Julia the Jazz mascot. As long as she's in the game, I'll be somewhat happy. All right, Grinding, I don't know. Like, I never understood it, but Grinding's got some really weird fantasy about like the Jazz mascot. Grinding, again, if you're watching this, like, you should probably get checked out. I don't know what that whole thing is about, but she's not real. I asked a similar question to Badge Plug, and he said something 2K needs to keep is the ability to rearrange your badge setup, which I completely agree with. Back in the day, I think it was 2K19 had it where you had set badges and you couldn't change like what badge you have on. I like how they do it nowadays, where you can put on whatever badges you want and change them out whenever you want. And then Badge Plug also said we need new rep rewards that give you an incentive to play and want to come back and grind for these rep rewards, which I'm seeing a lot of people say that they want to see new rep rewards. I mean, I feel like I don't even need to talk about that. Like, we just want new fun rep rewards. After 2K21 and even 2K20 didn't even have crazy rep rewards. Like, we want to see some crazy shit. Like, 2K, you have a full year to think about this. I know you can come up with something. All right, so I DM'd Clutch, and this dude thought that he was taking a SAT or some type of college exam. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but shout out to Clutch, shout out to Grind. There's another person that I'm going to talk about that did another essay, but they literally went all out for this video, so shout out to them. But Clutch, I'm not going to read all this because we would this video would probably be over an hour long if I just spent, you know, that long reading this. So I'll sum it up. Clutch wants good gameplay. He wants to see a variety in the build system similar to 2K20, which I completely agree with. Third, the rep system and rep rewards. E2 wants to see fun rep rewards and a fun rep system so that it makes the game fun to play, and like Badge Plug said, it makes you want to come back and play every day. Fourth, events, which is a huge one for me. Clutch said events bring a lot of hype because of competition. When you have events that have super cool rewards or events that are super hard to win, it makes the game very fun, which I agree with. Clutch also wants to see some small features like the billboards from, say, 2K17. I know they had them where you'd have a billboard in the park. I'll try to find a screenshot. You'd have a billboard in the park that said like Court 4 is on a huge win streak, whatever. They're on like a 15-game win streak. It just let people know like what was going on in the park. I feel like that's a W idea that we should definitely have added back. Another thing is the rep leaderboards that they had in 2K17. So when you were loading into a park, it would tell you this is the top rep from Rivet, this is the top rep from Old Town, this is the top rep from Sunset, which was a W idea because it gave people recognition. Clutch also wants to see t-shirt creator in the game, which I agree with. I know, you know, there's always some issues with it that makes 2K have to take it out of the game from year to year, but I think 2K22 definitely needs t-shirt creator. Clutch also mentioned the battle pass, which I think is a great idea, and 2K is doing something like that with seasons. I'll put a screenshot up on the screen talking about the new 2K seasons for you guys to read, but I think 2K needs to add a battle pass. Maybe you have to pay for it, maybe you don't, I don't know. Knowing 2K, they're probably going to make you have to pay for it, but let's say that you have to earn rep or XT or whatever it's called, and you earn rewards. Maybe it's double rep, double VC. Say, you know, you get to level 5 on the battle pass, you earn 1,000 VC. Maybe at the end of the battle pass is a crazy reward, like you get like this cool t-shirt or like a jersey or something. And similar to Fortnite or any of these other games with the battle pass, it just makes you want to grind more, because I feel like 2K needs to give people an incentive to come back and play every day, and that's what 2K's been lacking. 2K21, I feel like they just really didn't give us the rep rewards or the incentive to play the game a lot. All right, so IDM Chico Philo Tyceno's duo, or I don't even know if they're still a duo, but you know, they definitely put it together in the past. And Chico said every big game that is successful at the moment all have cross-platform. They need to look into prioritizing making that happen. It'll be huge for the community being together, and will also mean there will be a lot more people in parks and easier to find games, which I completely agree with. Like, think about all the Xbox people that could now make content with the PlayStation people. And I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, Solo, well, why don't you just buy a PlayStation and just record with them? Like, it's not the same. Like, it's not my account. I mean, it probably would be my account, but I'll be like a low rep. Like, I might not have my build. Like, it's just not the same. Like, it would be so much easier if we had cross-platform. I could just load in and just be able to pull up on Tyceno. I mean, I know Tyceno is like from New Zealand or whatever, but you know what I mean. Like, I could just pull up on like Cheeseaholic or whoever. Like, content would be a W. You would be able to play with your friends if you guys have different consoles. Cross-platform would be great for 2K. So the next person is LuckDF, and Luck, if you're watching this video, holy shit. This dude, Luck, literally wrote me like a 10-page essay. Like, you thought Grinding wrote a lot? You thought Clutch wrote a lot? Nah, bro. Luck wrote the most. He wrote 13 different, like, paragraphs. He gets 13 points, and each of them are like a paragraph. So one of the things that Luck says, point number 2, is that he wants to see more of the arcade type of 2K come back. Like, 2K's trying to make the game way too realistic, which I agree with. Someone else said that earlier, so I agree. Number 3, he said they should also add seasonal rewards for playing the game. New seasons, like how they do the snow park and Halloween park. I feel they should have exclusive awards for people who've played during that time. I agree with that's a W. And again, I showed you guys the screenshot earlier with the new seasons that 2K is adding. That could be a big W if they do that correctly, but they could easily mess it up. So I want to see how 2K does that. Number 4, Luck wants rep leaderboards to return. I agree. We didn't have it on 2K21 Next Gen. There were no rep leaderboards. You had no clue who was the #1 rep or whatever. 2K21 Current Gen, we did have rep leaderboards, but I feel like we should have rep leaderboards more easy to see. Like they're kind of hidden. Maybe make it a little bit easier to see so that it does give these top reps more recognition. Number 5, this is something that nobody else has said. He said that we should have replay mode. This would be a W, and this would be huge for like editors and like editing and videos. You can make some fire videos with this, even screenshots you could get your clips back, stuff like that. I don't know how important replay mode is to add, but that would be kind of cool if they added it. 6, Luck wants to see VIP back, and I agree kind of, because when it comes to content creators and streamers and stuff, getting courts is hard, and you lose a lot of viewers when you're just standing on the sideline. I know you're probably just thinking, oh, just win the game. And I somewhat agree, but VIP is just a cool feature to have. Maybe give it as the legend rep reward, also just throw that in there for legends. But if you have a logo, and I'm not just saying this because I have had a logo in the past, but I do kind of feel like you should have VIP. Usually people with a logo aren't going to exploit the VIP feature. Another thing with the VIP feature is only put it for the away spot so that you can't pull up and just VIP the home spot and VIP someone off their streak. That doesn't really make sense. So VIP for the away spot only. Luck's 8th point, he said, is cheaper clothes. To sum it up, he said he wants cheaper clothes, like where clothes were like 100 VC to just 2K VC. Nowadays you have jerseys that are like 50K VC or like 30K VC. I know, you know, say a Michael Jordan jersey is fire and they maybe want to make it rare, but 50K VC, how much money is that? I think that's like $20, or no, I think it might be more than $20. I don't know, it's like $20 to $50. That is a lot of money for a jersey. Number 9, Luck wants us to have the ability to change our badges and clothes while we're on the spot. I agree. I don't know why this isn't a thing already. Luck's 11th point, 24/7 stage. I agree again. A lot of people have been saying this. 24/7 stage is an aspect of the game that I feel like 2K doesn't realize how much this adds, especially for streamers and content. Stage is just a huge part of the game. I feel like we need it. 12. This is something that nobody else has said. Luck said private park. No rep/badge progress in this park, obviously, because boosting would be absurd if you had rep in private parks. But for content wagers and just creative videos, I agree. This is something that we should definitely have the option to do, because, you know, you're doing a wager or whatever, you have trolls just running around, stuff like that. A private park could fix all of that. So I agree 100%. Luck coming out here with the banger ideas. And Luck's last point is a 1v1 court in the park, or even more than one in the stage. Now I want to build off this because Luck didn't mention this, but when it comes to the 1v1 court, 2K could possibly add just a guard 1v1 court. Or how this would work, I think, is they could do like 6-7 players and under have their own court or something like that, because as a guard it is just almost unfair to compete with these big men that just come in and just dunk on us or post hook. Like, there's literally no chance of us stopping them. Like, as a guard, these post scorers have a way better chance. Like, you know, we can miss a jump shot, we could mess up a dribble, you know what I'm saying, we could shoot a contested shot. The post scorers, they just have it way too easy on the 1v1 court. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I definitely think 2K should look into a guard only 1v1 court. So I DM Tio, and Tio said add events similar to 2K19 and prevent boosting. Have an end reward for grinding the game, so we actually want to grind the game, 24/7 stage, and good gameplay. So Tio saying a lot of the things that we've seen a bunch of other creators say. I don't know how we're gonna really prevent boosting. Maybe be more sensitive to like banning them, like maybe have an anti-cheat system in the game, or you know what I'm saying, maybe have something in the game that can catch people that are boosting, because boosting's kind of weird, especially in events too. There's so many events that are just ran by boosters, like it's actually bad. Now the last person that I'm gonna DM in this video is Chad DF, and Chad has an idea that I brought up in my other video, and this is dynamic takeover. I'll put a screenshot up of him explaining it or whatever. But instead of you just making a build and you pick sharp takeover or whatever, and you know, when someone has sharp takeover, they could be in the game and they just take like 3 layups and bang, they have sharp takeover when they don't deserve it at all. You know what I'm saying? They just took layups and now they have sharp takeover. What if when you're playing, you don't pick a takeover for your build? Whatever you do in the game is the takeover you get. So let's say you rim run 4 times, take 4 dunks, bang, you get slashing takeover. Or you're in the game, you hit 3 3-pointers, bang, you get sharp takeover. Whatever you do in the game is gonna determine the takeover that you get. I feel like this is such a smart idea, and I feel like that would just be great for 2K22. Now, if you guys didn't see my other video about 2K22 where I explained like everything that I want to see in the game, I predicted the cruise ship, which is weird. I'll put a clip up on the screen actually of that part. Like, even someone like me wants to play in an environment that is just colorful and not dark, dull. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want vibrant new parks, and I hope they get creative with the city or whatever parks they decide to put in the game. I hope, you know, they get really creative and put us on the moon or something like that. Put us on a boat playing on a cruise ship or something like that, because that would just be a huge W. It's actually weird because I think they announced the cruise ship like the day after that I posted that video, or 2 days after or whatever, which was just weird that I predicted that. But yeah, we're less than a month away from 2K22. Again, I'm gonna be doing giveaways on my Twitter, YT_solo soon, so make sure to follow that, turn on my post notifications. But yeah, I agree with pretty much everything that everyone said in this video, except a few things, especially the Enzo thing with the post score. Like, What is he talking about? If you guys are still watching the video, to prove that you guys are loyal, go in the comment section and just comment the word loyal, because I want to see who made it this far in the video, who's still watching my videos in August, you know what I'm saying, the last month of 2K21. Who's still watching my videos? Comment loyal. Also, I've been streaming a lot on Twitch, which some of you guys may not have known about. So my Twitch is solo_DF. I'll pop some of my socials actually up on the screen for you guys to follow. My Twitch is solo_DF though, if you guys want to watch. I've been streaming pretty much every night. I might be live when you guys are watching this video, so make sure to check that out. But yeah, I'm excited for 2K22. Again, if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to drop a like. Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe if you guys are new, and let's hope that the 2K devs listen to this video. I mean, honestly, there's like less than a month left, so even if they did see this video, I don't know if there's enough time to just like put a bunch of changes in the game, but hopefully they put these things in the game that these content creators want, because that would make for a perfect 2K. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Risk it all for all of the fans. We finna go ahead and run out some bands. So much potential they don't understand. Shorty, you supposed to be holding my hand. You were supposed to be part of the plan. Everything's different when you got a man. I might still go like your place on the ground. I swear that niggas be hating. They saying I can't make a banger. I did it again. Shut up, little tacker. We finna link with the bros and go ahead and hop in the bands. Don't listen to all the shit that they telling you, cause the truth is they ain't really your friend. Shorty, I know that these niggas ain't there for you, but for you, girl, I be here.